So, ladies and gentlemen, I think for absolutely no one's surprise, today we are starting a bit differently. Taking a little hike over here. And, like, I hope it is something different than what I expected to be. Because what it could be is a lot of apples, which I give exactly 0 fucks about. Pog. Permanent edition. Yep. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each day with an extra 20 steps. Ooh. Okay, I take it. That is... it's a permanent upgrade, so... You know what? I take it. Why is this here? Oh, so we can constantly pollute the apples so they taste better, obviously. With a bit of luck, the final fire thing is in today's outer room, it's called. I think this is actually moving, maybe. Not sure on this one. Gardener's Logbook. April 10th, 1992. Okay. I'm going to write this down for no reason. I'm collecting dates at this point. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of a new groundkeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding the various garden and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of his improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make the effort to make some records of my own dealings on the estate, in as much of it pertaining to horticulture of the General Dumpuli. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses an apple orchard, entrance drive, the east yard, which we have not been there yet. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west ground has not been a priority since Lady Absinthe's death and the insulting closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if no one but myself takes notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundkeeping. The majority of these, I discovered, are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the west, east and west wings. The terrace, the patio, the veranda, morning room and the greenhouse. And secret garden all fall within these category. Okay, so green rooms left and right, same thing as the garage probably. One of the first tasks I overtook as groundkeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each of the both east and west wings of the house. And while I have preferred a full survey of the 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such as an undertaking would have produced that is no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from this survey only appear in D wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop grow and maximize the premise of high yields. You know why this is important? Last time, and you might remember this, I think it was here or here, I'm not 100% sure, we placed, no, it was here, actually, 100% was here, I walked all the way back. I placed the greenhouse in that spot, and you know why this is important? Because I harvested fucking 4 gems out of it. Ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher up ranks, but the project has well worth the effect. As suspected, the room position has direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from garden and the amount of flowers that can bloom in the greenhouse. Yeah, thank you, I just said that. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with a new fixture and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by gasoline. Including, but not limited to, the orchard's smudge pot. I have no idea what that means. The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperature and the high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning shacks heaters prevent frost, and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. Brother, if you can make a daily yield of apples, given that you harvest all apples, this is insane. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard gasoline should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. Nobody cares about this. After a few months of idleness, I have finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda currently in the cloister with a much more appropriate angel. Rinna. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, couldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by a paragon of gardening? Who the fuck cares? It's a fucking rock. Though amused, I did not think Anne took the request so too serious. Though she did humor me and listened to me rave and pontify on the subject of the better part of the launch yesterday. And she was wondering why I avoided telling the cloister. Attending the cloister. Truth be told, I have forgotten how to access the inner garden. And I am too scared of chastisement to probe for the peculiar of the third time. My best renditions, pretty good considering I have only seen Reiner's depiction in the chapel. This makes me fear that I have to do something in the chapel with the fucking paintings over there. And I really, really, really don't want to. So, fuck that. Anyway, we are now Apple-fueled. But other than the technology company, we're actually going to be some good in that regard, since we now have an incredible 60% more movement speed. Or range. Whatever. No, moment, it was 20 more. It's 40%, but still. Come on, give me a trading post, even though I probably can't do anything here. You have no items to trade. Correct. I wanted to know if you have something for free. What exactly am I trying to achieve? I'm beginning to understand the puzzle, although the question isn't clear what I'm trying to achieve. Okay. With whom exactly am I trading? Why can't I just, take? A little too dangerous to pick up. What? What do you mean a little too dangerous to pick up? My brother in heaven. Huh? It's fucking dynamite. You can chew on that thing. You can rub it on your skin. You can put it in your mouth. You can even swallow it. You should not eat it. It's not that healthy. But as long as you're not providing direct fiery heat, it will not explode. It's fucking dynamite, dude. It's chemical compound. Brother. It's dangerous. If it would be active, yes, I am definitely agreeing with you. It would be dangerous. But last time I checked, which was like 20 seconds ago, it wasn't active. So I don't know why. Okay, let's check this up. Is there actually another item in here? Ladies and gentlemen, if you see an item anywhere in these rooms, if I have visited the room before, you are free to scream at me. Gems are in both the black... Okay, never mind, you're wrong. Are in both the... Gems are not in the white box or the blue box. Hello, my friend. They're getting harder, by the way. Hmm. I'm taking a risk here, but whatever. Yeah. I'm coming back to you in a moment. I'm going to regret this, but I've never been in the office. And I want to be here for a moment because I can do things on the computer. Like playing video games, for example. Well, if this is a random item spot, let me tell you, we have drawn a good conclusion in here. Brigette, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Hearings of the Mayor. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writings, so I am not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings. But knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. What? Like, that's an R, my brother. Quite sure. The antechamber lever is in the greenhouse, and the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there is enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives. So just make sure the west and east levers are operational. Well, let me tell you, I've never seen them. Upgrade. The courtyard. Alright. Courtyard is always left unlocked. Now, based on the color, this means it is now no longer green. It is now considered orange. Which could be more or less of a backfire. If I am eliminating the hallways using the secret room to go to like the grand hall or the foyer or whatever, and then I'm arriving in the fucking courtyard. So this could backfire. Quite heavily, actually. This is nice, although extremely conditional. So I think I'm going with the most straightforward approach. Give me fucking gems, dude. Thank you. Run payroll. After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. This includes each servant's quarters and maid's chambers currently on the estate. Cool. Spread gold in the estate. The office can facilitate a modest distribution of coins withdrawn from the staff's incentive program. These coins are spread distribution in a number of rooms currently active throughout the estate. So we are going to wait with this until we have some more. It's... Mail. Any coverage last week. Sir, you have not left me any instructions for the following week. And you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up until the last minute. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message to me, either through Hartley, who is valuing for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. Fuse box repair. This is the correct functionality. Also, when you are out here next week, please test that the correct sequence is finally. We can make one white, by the way. Yep, one of them is white, correct. Blue. Green. White. Red. Purple. Big success, ladies and gentlemen. Actually. Very helpful. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but very helpful. Mac. Herbert, I just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your promotion, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured that your plans will be executed down to the last detail. The VEC indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all indicators to purple. If this is not the desired functionality, let us know and we will fix it to a regular service visit next week. Yeah, thank you. I have found this. I think I found this one out myself. Not 100% sure, actually. This is still unavailable. Okay, I don't care anymore. Bye! Obviously. Another save. I had to try. Nope. Beep, boop, beep, beep. Nope. Those are all for now. I am dreading the dreadful realization that I'm probably going to need to go to the library and request one of these books. And I will hate each and single one of them. But one of them will probably have a year or a date or anything in that regard, which is probably going to be helpful. Big Den. Holy shit. Don't forget the gem, CJ. Good. Let's go right. Costs me one, gives me one, huh? Well, the pantry is ass. The dark room is potentially an item if I find the fuse box. Okay. Good choice, game. Good choice. Is there always an item here? If yes, am I missing it right now? Brina, would you mind to answer me this question? If I'm finding an item in a room, does this mean there is always an item in the room, or is this random? From pick up, like coins, gem, or key, to actually item? Or is it like one slot that can be filled? Because most of the time there is at least something in this room. Not today, though. Not today, though. The rest is RNG. That makes, sadly, a lot of sense, yeah. Oh, Passager. Yes. Question, again. If I would now get the Great Hall with my 6 doors, okay, and then later I unlock the foyer, are the doors in the Great Hall unlocked, or would they be closed? Because I created the room back when it was closed. No clue. I dreaded that you say this. Multiple bedrooms are a dead end, but from what I know, not a single yellow room is. This is a lie, but, you know, we might as well. Okay. That's cool, but is that all that is? That is only 4 keys? Who am I even selling who am I giving the money for? Who is taking the money? Asked differently. Like, I'm alone in this house. Who exactly is taking money for services? Drawing, yes. Phone, did you make a noise? No. Good. Okay. I would love to place an uninteresting room here. Could be good. Could be bad. Money! This is also probably still telling me something about the pictures in these rooms. And I am willing to ignore them. For now. Huge, if I could. Perfect. Couldn't be better. Not great, not terrible. This could be horrendous. We are still on that notion. What a perfectly built mansion. Or at least we have some loot boxes to open. Where have you been? Where have you been? Now let me get this straight. There is absolutely nothing we can do, right? Yes. Yes. Did I miss any trunks or whatever to maybe get some extra money out of this in any way or form? Probably not. All right. My final act, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to trade the silver key for, I don't know, silver key, melt them into a little silver coin that's worth like $8. Sure? Unlocks the vault box. 233. Where? Lockpicks. Sure. Oh no, we're in a loop. I am in a loop that cannot be exited. Copium? No. So you're trading in keys, effectively. Maybe I should write that down. Maybe I should write down like the rotation of these items. So you have silver key, lockpicks, and vault key. 2, 3, 3. And they trade in a round. So this thing. Phone, shut up. I don't care. Like when I press a yellow that is around, that has another yellow above it, nothing happens. This is correct. When I press a yellow which has a free spot above it, it goes to this upper spot. If it is on the bottom, nothing happens. If I press the orange bar, it rotates these clockwise. If I press a yellow, which is under a purple, yellow goes up, purple goes down. Correct. So we immediately have two rules. This side can never be manipulated by us. This statement is correct. And if this leaves the mid spot, you're fucked. Now the question is, what is the answer for this thing? Good question, I don't know. I wish I had more items. Well, anyway. And like this bridge only exists when the garage is open, from what I understood. May I say something you just missed? Yes, please. If it is something I can pick up or whatever, you can. Your last click did not reset the puzzle. You're correct. Oh. I see. You have been awarded an allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2. What? So I'm starting with 2 coins, is what you're trying to tell me. Okay. So apparently, whenever I clicked this button, there was never a yellow thing on the side. Okay. That was not the puzzle I was thinking it is going to be, but yeah, okay, sure, whatever. I take a permanent upgrade. So we at least scavenged something out of this run. Did I put on the... No, I didn't. Yeah, that's a day. Sad. The rustic villa. It's a perfectly villa.